Well, hello, basketball fans, and welcome to the Rector Gymnasium, home of the Cougars. We're down at Rector to bring the Rector Cougars and the Marmaduke Greyhounds. I'm Bill Hampton, along with my partner Tyler Wagner, who is trying to recover from a very bad cold, and our producer tonight, Rick DePriest, is homesick. So Tyler's going to be doing double duty, producing and filling in as color commentator. On the camera tonight, home from college, his first semester at SEMO, Brandon Horton. So glad to have him with us. Tyler, always a great matchup when Marmaduke and Rector get together.
Yeah, that's right. We've been doing this for the past few years, and it's been great coming to Rector and also going to Marmaduke. Pretty much every year we do the home and home games. They play at each gymnasium here at Rector and also down at Marmaduke. So, this will be the first time they meet this year, and in the past few years, they've matched up very well, very close games, and a lot of times you see Rector will win here. They go back to Marmaduke, and Marmaduke will win that game there. But, we've got a really young Marmaduke team this year. They graduated quite a few seniors, and Rector's probably going to have a few new faces as well. So it'll be interesting to see how these two teams match up tonight.
Well, both teams have played a lot of games compared to the Missouri schools. Greyhounds come into this game with a record of 7 wins, 10 losses. Cougars, on the other hand, are 7-4. And we got to see Marmaduke early in the year against Piggott in Piggott's first game right off the football field. Marmaduke really cranked it up the first half. The second half, Piggott came out with the win there and was very impressed with the Mohawks. But talking with Steve Ritchie, the coach of the Marmaduke Greyhounds, his team's getting better. They've won 3 of their last 4. He feels very good about his team right now. They're coming around just about where he thought they would be. They're young, and he knows they're going to make some mistakes, so the more games they get, the more experience. On the other hand, the Cougars, they're a veteran team, as they're going to start tonight 3 seniors, a junior, and a sophomore, and we'll see what Matt Mills, the coach of the Rector Cougars, has up his sleeve. Pretty good crowd on hand tonight. This is a beautiful gym, a big gym, very comparable to seating to the Bloomfield High School gym, and just an unbelievable showplace here.
Yeah, really, and you'll see the concourse around the outside where people are walking. You rarely see that out of gymnasiums, especially with a school this size in Rector, and it's always a privilege to come down here every year to do a couple games from this fine gymnasium.
Well, Wade Williams, the principal, has taken very good care of us. Mark Manchester, the athletic director, and we appreciate all the hospitality that the fine folks at Rector always provide for us. And it's always a pleasure to come to Northeast Arkansas and Southeast Missouri to do ball games. The student athletes, of course, they love it. They love being on TV, and I can understand why. It's something very, very big. Well, we're getting ready for the national anthem.
Good evening, welcome back for the second of tonight's matchups. Now, if you will, please rise and move your head.
And we'll pay our respects to our homeland and hope that you will do the same. Well, we're ready for tonight's starting lineups. First, the Greyhounds, the visiting team. Their head coach, Steve Ritchie, assisted by Shane Robinson. Again, their record 7-10, 7 wins, 10 losses. They start number 30, Dylan Van Gilder, a 6-foot junior. Number 10, William Winberry, a 6'1 sophomore. Number 5, Casey Reagans, a 6-foot sophomore. Number 15, Zachary McDowell, a 5'10 junior. And number 3, Morgan Hawley, a 6'1 junior. That's Hawley, Reagans, Winberry, McDowell, and Van Gilder, the starters for the Marmaduke Greyhounds. Now for the Rector Cougars, a record of 7 wins, 4 losses. Matt Mills is the head coach. Number 23, a sophomore, Mitchell Weber. Number 21, a junior, Brandon Stevens. Number 5, a senior, Daniel Blackshear. Daniel Blackshear did a lot of playing last year, Tyler.
He sure did.
Number 4, Kirk Horton, a senior, and he's a shooter. Number 42, a senior, Tyler Kirkland. That's Horton, Blackshear, Stevens, Weber, and Kirkland for the 7-4 Cougars. Folks, we're ready for basketball. Get you a cold soda or an iced tea. Get you some popcorn, maybe a hot dog. Boy, I had a couple of hot dogs tonight, best I've had. Man, put a little relish on that, mustard. Man, they were good. I might even have to have one and a half. We're ready for basketball. Get that seatbelt on. It's Rector Marmaduke. It's only 8 miles apart. These two teams really come together. Rector will control the tip, and in the back court, Horton will set the offense. Marmaduke in that man-to-man defense. Stevens has it and kicks it down to the big guy. Nice turnaround jumper by Tyler Kirkland. Kirkland last year, we talked about him matching up against Massey at Holcomb. Kirkland 42. He is going to be a strong guy to handle on the inside for Marmaduke tonight. Hawley with it out front, kicks it to Reagans. Reagans with a good crossover, stops, puts it up, will not go. Rebound by Kirkland. Kirkland gets to Horton. Mills wants him to slow the ball down. We got 7 minutes, 10 seconds left in this opening quarter. Glad that you've joined us right here on YHC Channel 21, your hometown television station for high school sports. Blackshear has it, gets it out to Horton. Horton back to Blackshear on the wing. He's looking down. Still has the ball. He gets it to Stevens. Stevens atop a key. Hits underneath to the big guy, Kirkland. He's 2 for 2. He's got 4 points. 6:40 left in this quarter, first quarter. Cougars on top, 4-0.
Well, Kirkland's really got a nice touch underneath. He feels the basket very well. And being a lefty, it's a little unorthodox going up against a lefty. And Rector will be using him quite a bit, I can see this evening.
Hawley with the playmaker. He's going to drive, puts up a shot. Will not go, but he'll go the line to shoot 2. Morgan Hawley, a 6'1 junior. He runs that offense for the Greyhounds. Foul that time is going to go against Brandon Stevens, his first, team's first. 6:18 left in this first quarter. Hawley to the line. He puts it up, knocks it down. Checking in for Marmaduke is number 12, Derek Donnell, a 6'1 junior. Going out is Dylan Van Gilter. Second one by Hawley. He scores it. Cuts the lead in half. Weber will inbound. Full court press applied by the Greyhounds. Horton down the left side of the floor, that left hand. Good ball handling there by Horton. He's going to drive all the way under, but he kicks it out to Blackshear. He puts it up, will not go. Rebound that time by McDowell. He quickly gives it to Hawley. Hawley brings it down, will set the offense. He'll work against Horton. Hawley's going to drive, kicks it out. Three-pointer that time, put up by Reagans, would not go. Rebound that time Puts back by Donnell and would not go. Horton quickly down the floor with 5:40 left in this first quarter. He's going to drive, puts it up, scores. He'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Good move there by Kirk Horton, Tyler.
He sure was. He got in transition and saw an opening, stayed aggressive to the basket, and a nice move, and he was able to finish on the layup and draw the foul.
Horton gets the free throw to fall. Foul that time was on Derek Donnell, his first, team's second. 5:35 left in this first quarter. Cougars on top the Greyhounds, 7-2. Reagans has it on the wing, gets it out front to Hawley. Hawley looks underneath, back to Reagans. Nice cut that time, and a shot put up by McDowell, would not go. Rebounded that time by the Cougars. Blacksher into the front court with the ball. He'll set the offense this time. Gives it to Horton. Running a 1-4 offense down low, Tyler. They're going to try to pick and get them loose. Of course, you know who they're going to try to get loose. Nice jumper that time by Brandon Stevens. We've got a quick timeout on the floor as the Rector Cougars on top with the Marmaduke Greyhounds, 10-2. We'll be right back.
I'm Danny Ford, owner of Glen Saint. We realize the best advertising we have is when our customers tell them about their buying experience at Glen Saint, with price and service.
We have an outstanding service and parts department that I think you'll be very, very proud of. Every day we come to work and look forward to selling our next GMC truck and have been doing so ever since my late grandfather, Glen Saint, started the business in 1954.
We invite you to come and see us and see why so many are buying from us. And God bless our troops.
Got to visit with Danny Ford and his son Kirk and Miss Gail before the game tonight. Great folks, always enjoy coming to Rector and seeing those folks. They've been a sponsor with YHC for many years. We appreciate their partnership with us. Hawley with the ball, kicks it to Winberry. Winberry with the touch, looks to pass off. He gets it to Reagans. Reagans to Hawley on the wing. He looks inside, can't find anybody. Gets it back to McDowell. McDowell to Hawley. Hawley drives in, puts up an 8-footer. Will not go. Ball tipped around, brought down by Weber of the Cougars. Quickly down to Horton. Horton's going to drive down the left side. He kicks the ball out to Stevens, who gets it then to Weber. Weber goes in, and we've got a walking call with 4:11 left in this first quarter. Seems like Cawley's the only one trying to find an open shot, Tyler, for the Greyhounds.
Well, he's proven to be their most consistent scorer. He's got a lot of floor experience, and at least Marmaduke staying aggressive. As you see here, a drive to the basket. They're getting decent looks, but just not converting here early on.
Weber that time with the rebound off the miss by Hawley. He falls down. Down in the corner, Horton for three, will not go. Rebound pulled down, or the ball pulled out of the air by McDowell of the Greyhounds. 3:40 left in this first quarter. Hawley sets the offense out front. Both teams setting those all along the baseline down there, Tyler, trying to pick up some screens. Three-pointer that time, put up by Reagans, would not go. Cougars with the rebound. 3:10 left in this first quarter. Blacksher on the wing. Kicks it to Weber out front. They're looking underneath. Good defense on Kirkland by the Greyhounds. And just as I say that, he gets set up inside. Reverse will not go. Rebounded that time by Donnell. Now Reagans will set the offense for the Greyhounds. Greyhounds looking for their first field goal. They have 2 free throws for their 2 points. Winberry kicks it to Reagans. Gets it inside to Hawley. Works in, puts it up. Will not go. Gets his own rebound. Pump. Put it up again. Will not go. Rebound put up by Winberry. Will not go. Ball put up that time by Reagan. Scores it. Greyhounds never gave up. 4 rebounds. Finally got it to go down. 2:05 left in this first quarter. Horton will set at the offense against a 2-3 zone. The Greyhounds are in now. Underneath to Horton. Horton looks out front. Good ball movement. Horton with a shot will not go. Stevens with a rebound. We've got a foul on the floor. Stevens was fouled on the floor. Foul will go against Casey Reagan's, his first, team's second. Out front to Horton. He gives it to Kirkland. Kirkland into Blackshear. To Horton. Horton drives the baseline, pulls it back. Stevens skips it over to Blackshear. Weber had it inside to Kirkland. Good ball movement by the Cougars at a three that time. Brandon Stevens, his second three. 13-4 lead for the Cougars.
Well, Rector's really moving the ball around well, as you said, and they've got a great balance of inside with Kirkland and a trio of guards out front that can knock it down from the outside.
Yeah, I like the Cougars' looks this year. They really looks like they're going to shoot the ball from the outside or take it inside to Kirkland. And of course, you got Weber. He's had some touches, but he hasn't done anything with it yet. He's a sophomore, but he's a good-sized lad. We're going to have a foul on the floor. Foul will go against Blackshear, his first. Team's second. Both teams now with 2 fouls. Checking back in for the Greyhounds is Dylan Van Gilder. Going out is Donnell. Clark with the ball. He's in for the Greyhounds now, number 32. Gets it to Van Gilder. Shot put up by Winberry. It's short. Rebounded on the floor by Horton. Blackshear on the wing. Stevens out front. They get it in to Weber. He puts it up. He drove the baseline, will not go. Hawley with a rebound, quickly down the floor. Greyhounds wanting to run. Good move inside by Hawley. He scores it. Good crossover move. Got him loose along the lane. With 10 seconds left in this first quarter, Rector will play for 1. We're down to 5 seconds. Horton's way out front. Ball knocked around. Hawley has it, going to throw it at the horn. Will not go to end the first quarter with the Cougars on top of the Greyhounds, 13-6. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jason.
Satisfaction is our #1 goal at Allen Christian and Dexter.
With Alan, Terry, Bruce, and our experienced sales staff, we make your buying experience simple.
We can get you the right vehicle, new or pre-owned, at the right price. No gimmicks, guaranteed.
Our selection of Buick and GMCs is second to none. Take a look at our inventory online, or better yet, in person.
Plus, after the sale, we'll take care of all your service needs.
You'll like the way we do business at Allen, Christian, and Dexter.
Well, second quarter underway. Clark with the ball for the Greyhounds. Gets it to Winberry. Inside to Hawley. Hawley's working inside. And the little guy, who is only I say little guy, he's 6'1". He'll probably come up here. He's my size. Tell me he's not so little, but I tell you what, when you get Weber and Kirkland inside, he is small, but he's doing a good job inside. Cuts that lead to 5. Marmaduke getting back in the game. Weber kicks it outside to Blackshear for 3. Scores it. Daniel Blackshear for his first basket. That's 3 threes by the Rector Cougars, Tyler.
Yeah, they're getting good looks.
Yes.
They're waiting for the good look. They're not just coming for the first look at the 3-point. They're working the ball around, sometimes making an extra pass or two to even get a better look.
Hawley from the free throw line, in and out. Ball tipped out of bounds by the Greyhounds. Will go over to the Cougars. Checking in for Rector is Dylan Shelton. He's a sophomore. Wears number 3. Checking out is Daniel Blackshear. Horton out front. Second quarter. 6:50 left in this first half of play. Oh, a goal, man! Good give and go. Great pass by Weber. Horton was just a little too far under and missed it. Van Gilder gives the ball to Clark. Man-to-man defense still by the Rector Cougars. Winberry on the wing. Gets it back to Clark. Reagan's with it. Gets it to Hawley. Hawley puts up a jumper from the free throw line. Will not go. Stevens tipped it around and comes away with it. Shelton quickly down. Gives the ball to Horton. Will not go. Rebound by Van Gilder of the Greyhounds. 6:10 left in this first quarter. Rector on top, 16-8. Good cut that time. Good drive by Casey Reagans. Reagans now with 4 in the game. Under 6 minutes left in this first half. Marmaduke back in a man-to-man. Stevens on the wing. He'll work against Winberry. Gets it to Weber. Kicks it over to Shelton. Shelton to Horton. Horton steps in. Fires one from 16. Scores it. Horton now with 5 in a game. Five and a half minutes left in this first half. Hawley with the ball. He gets it to Reagans. Reagans looks for Hawley on the wing. He puts up a 3. Will not go. Tipped around. We're going to have a foul. Foul will go against Dylan Van Gilder. His third. Team's third. Checking in for Rector is number 2, Zachary Gilby. He is a junior. Going out for a blow is Mitchell Weber. 5:10 left in this first half. 18-10 to score. Low scoring game, Tyler.
Yeah, that's right, but we're still seeing some pretty good offensive production out of Rector. Marmaduke's starting to get there. They're starting to get some easier looks at the basket with their cutters and the penetration. But I expect some of the scoring to pick up here in the latter part of the first half.
Foul at time on the floor will go against Morgan Hawley, his first, team's fourth. Rector will inbound under their own basket. Horton will throw it in. He gets it to Stevens. Stevens to Gilby. Taken away by Hawley. 2-on-1. Hawley's going to take it to length of the floor. Scores it. Hawley with 4 1/4, 8 in the game with 4:40 left in this first half. Good drive. Boy, he took it to the hole, Tyler.
Yeah, it was a nice defensive play, and he pushed the ball up the court, and the Rector defender kind of faded off of him, expected to pass, and just took it all the way. Nice play.
Stevens for the quarter for 3. Short. Rebounded by Van Gilder. Marmaduke needs a basket. They're down by 6 with 4:15 left in this first quarter. Clark out front will run the offense. Rector still in the man-to-man. McDowell has it, gets it to Hawley. Hawley works inside. Oh, nice pass to Winberry, puts it up, will not go. Stevens with a rebound with 3:55 left in his first half of play. I tell you, Marmaduke has had the ball go everywhere except in the hole.
Right. You know, they're getting good looks. They
Yes.
just need to keep doing what they're doing. They're getting good looks with the cutters and the penetration, and those will start to fall. It's just a matter of time.
Shelton with the ball. He's going to put up a 3. Will not go. Ball tipped around, and we're going to have a foul, and it's going to go against the Rector Cougars. Or pardon me, against Marmaduke. It's going to go against number 10, Winberry. It's going to be his first, team's 5th. Checking in for Rector is Weber's back in, along with Blackshear. Going out for a blow is Horton. Stevens with it. Gets it to Blackshear. Skips it over to Shelton. Shelton to Stevens. To Blackshear. Down to Weber. Weber all the way over to Stevens, out front. We're going to have a walking call as Shelton that time was caught where he didn't want his feet, so he just shifted them right quick. Checking in for Rector is Cody Hager, number 44. He's a senior. Checking out is Dylan Shelton.
And you saw in that previous series, Rector moving the ball very well again, but it was Marmaduke moving better on defense, getting out on the shooters and not letting those shots get off. So Marmaduke's starting to look a little bit better on the defensive end as well.
Van Gilder on the wing, gets it to Hawley inside, puts it up, will not go. He's at the side of the backboard. Ball tipped around and out of bounds. Who's the ball going to go over to? Marmaduke will will keep possession of the ball with 2:57 left in this second quarter. Clark will inbound. He gets it to Van Gilder, back to Clark. Hawley inside. He's going to be fouled. Let's see if they're going to call it in the act of shooting. Going to call it on the floor. Foul will go against Daniel Blackshear, his second. Hawley will inbound under his own basket. He gets it over on the wing to McDowell. Shot put up by Hawley will not go. Good hustle that time by Van Gilder. Long one put up that time for a three, but McDowell will not go. Rector with a rebound. They've got the ball. Stevens will bring it to the front court with 2.5 minutes left in this first half. Kirkland, the first time he's touched it in a long time, Tyler. Puts a turnaround jumper up, will not go. We've got a foul on the floor. Foul's going to go against Hawley, his second. Team sixth. Next foul by Marmaduke will send Rector to the line. 2:20 left in this first half. Weber will inbound to Stevens, to Horton. Ball taken away that time on a pass by Van Gilder. Clark now will set the offense. Clark out front. Gets it over to Reagans. Tried to go inside to Donnell, but ball taken away, but a walking call on the Rector Cougars with 1:52 left in the second quarter. Reagans will inbound. He gets it to McDowell. McDowell turn around, scores it. Nice shot that time, Tyler, by the junior.
Yeah, McDowell showed a pretty good game in the Pinkett game we had a few weeks ago, and he's, as what I mentioned before, he's one of those cutters, gets into the lane and gets himself a nice shot there in the lane. He showed that right then there as well.
Stevens for three. That's his third three. Just as Marmaduke gets back in the game, down 4. Now they're down 7. Stevens has 9 points, all of them threes in this first half. Oh, nice inlet pass that time, and good ball control by Dylan Van Gilder. His first basket tonight, 21-16 with 1:05 left in the first half. Horton out front, going to work against the man-to-man. Looks like they're going to hold her up for one. Just as I say that, Stevens going to let it go for three. Write it down. 24-16 from 4 to 8. Just bang, bang with 45 seconds to go. Stevens a good shooter. McDowell for three. Write it down. Or McDowell it is. 24-19. You can do it, I can too. Horton at the top of the key. Gives it to Stevens. I tell you, Van Gilder was all over Stevens that time. We've got a walking call with 11 seconds left in this first half. Marmaduke trails by 5. They got a chance to cut into that lead before halftime. Hawley checks back in. Hawley will control the ball. He's going to drive. Puts it up. Oh, in and out.
Oh.
Rebound that time by Gilby as the horn goes off the end of the first half. It's the Cougars 24, the Greyhounds 19. We'll be back in just a moment with some halftime stats.
First Midwest Bank of Dexter is proud to welcome Chris Geatley as Assistant Vice President and Loan Officer. Chris graduated from Dexter in 2005 and just completed his MBA in Finance. He and his new wife Maddie are making Dexter their home. Please stop by the bank and let Jack, Ken, Donna, Mark, or Chris assist you with your next loan request. First Midwest Bank is a proud sponsor of the Dexter Bearcats. First Midwest Bank is a member of FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Hey, I'm Kurt Hillis at Lincoln Lacey Chevrolet. We've got a full line of GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick products. I'll pass it over to my Ford man, Charlie Thacker.
GM's not your thing? Come check us out here at the Ford Dodge Jeep store. Check out my man Blake on the internet, LincolnLacey.com.
If you don't have time to come down to Malden, check us out on cars.com or autotrader.com. And if you need financing, I'm going to pass it to my man Robert Sanders.
And our ultimate goal here at Lincoln Lacey, no matter your situation, is to pass the savings on to you.
Okay, you're hooked up and ready to go.
New Wave knows you're excited about sports, so now's a great time to get connected with the Triple Play package. Crystal clear TV, high-speed internet, and telephone for only $99.99 a month for 12 months. With New Wave Communications, you've got game.
Hi, I'm Tyler Wagner of YHC TV, and I invite you to join us for the Sports Roundtable, Saturday mornings live at 10 a.m. for the first local sports show of its kind in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas. The show will include appearances from local athletes, coaches, administrators, sports writers, and many other sports commentators. Check us out on Channel 21 of New Wave Communications Cable or live on the web at yhctv.com. See you then.
Well, before we go to halftime stats, we have one of the Rector cheerleaders visiting with us, Ashley Williams. And Ashley, you're a senior at Rector?
Yes, I am.
And you're very instrumental, very big into the drama department here at Rector.
Oh, yes.
That is unbelievable. We've been down, Connie and I have been down a couple of times to see some of the plays that y'all put on, and I want to tell you, it's as good as anywhere you'll go.
Oh, thank you very much.
Tell us about the GT program. I'm unfamiliar with that. Tell our viewers about it.
Well, our GT coordinator for the 7th through 12th grades is Gail Burns. We do a lot of community service work. We go a lot of places in Rector. We're actually working on a project to recreate some of the buildings downtown that we used to have.
It sounds like a worthy project.
Yes,
and what
it
does
is.
the GT stand for?
GT stands for Gifted and Talented.
Okay, very good. And tell us about the Helping Hands. It's big down here at Rector, and a big concert during the summertime, and right here in this gym where it's air conditioned. What does tell us about Helping Hands and what the money goes toward?
Helping Hands goes towards some of the needy children in Rector. It helps to buy school clothes or any school supplies that they need for the year. We raise around $100,000 each year. We have a lot of concerts. Just last weekend we had Gary Morris come down and he sang for us, and previously we've had various Gaither artists come and sing for us.
Well, I know that this town, it just blows my mind, the Labor Day picnic that you have. Leland Blackshear told me one time, he said, why don't you come down and film that for us? Came down, of course, he and Mark Manchester, they announced a parade for us, have for 2 or 3 years, well, at least 3 years, and told me they'd have up to 15,000 people here. And I thought he meant 1,500. I'm telling you, folks, you can't get a parking place from here to there. It's just something else.
Oh, no, you just about have to walk from your house to the park.
Always great barbecue and entertainment, a lot of fun. Rector has a lot of things going for it, being a small community.
Yes, we do. I love it here.
Ashley, you're going to graduate. What are your plans after graduation?
After graduation, I am registered to attend Arkansas State University in Jonesboro in the fall, and I plan to do all my basics there and then go into speech psychology. Sorry.
Psychology. And where will you go to get that degree?
I'll stay at ASU.
Oh, good.
They have one of the biggest speech therapy units.
Great. Always good to hear somebody going to go down to ASU, the Red Wolves and Old Hal and a bunch of them. That's going to be fun.
Oh, yes, I'm very excited.
All right. Thanks for visiting with us at halftime, and good luck at ASU.
Thank you very much.
That's Ashley Williams, a senior here at Rector and a cheerleader involved in about anything that goes on. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with the halftime stats. Well, the halftime stats for both teams. We'll start with the Rector Cougars, who have the lead of 24-19, led in scoring by Brandon Stevens with those 4 threes, Tyler. He's got a very soft shot.
He really does, and Rector's got some really good looks in that first half. They shot the ball well, but then Marmaduke started coming out on those shooters a little bit. Yep. That's going to open up Kirkland down low again. We saw him on the first few series get some good looks underneath, and it kind of went away due to Rector getting open three-point shots, but they're starting to come out more. Look for Kirkland to have a big second half.
5 points to Kirk Horton, 4 to Tyler Kirkland, and 3 to Daniel Blackshear. 1 for 1 from the free throw line, and 2 fouls on Daniel Blackshear, 1 on Brandon Stevens. For the Greyhounds, they're led in scoring by Morgan Hawley. He has 8. 5 to Zachary McDowell. 4 to Casey Reagans, 2 to Dylan Van Gilder. Free throw-wise, 2 for 2 are the Greyhounds. Foul-wise, 2 to Hawley, 1 to Reagans, Winberry, Donnell, and Van Gilder. We're ready for second half play. Those stats brought to you by MSH, Missouri Southern Healthcare. Missouri Southern Healthcare, your hometown healing in Dexter, with clinics all around the area. The next time that you feel ill like Tyler or Rick, you need to go to MSH. They have a clinic there in Dexter now at the Walmart, and they're open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and on Sundays 12 to 6. Don't need an appointment. Just stop in and see what they can do if you're feeling bad. That's MSH, Missouri Southern Healthcare. Rector will start with the ball in the second half and the 5-point lead. Horton will set the offense. Both teams going with their starters. 1-3-1 defense set up by Marmaduke. Ball tipped out of bounds by Hawley. I like that 1-3-1 defense, Tyler. If you've got the guys that can run it, the secret is your back guy. He's got to be able to go one sideline to sideline. Needs a big wingspan. Stevens at the top of the key. Gets it down to Blackshear. Back to Stevens. Over to Horton. Horton looking down in the corner to Blackshear. Gets it inside to Weber. Puts it up. Scores it. Weber's first points of the night. Mitchell Weber, he's a sophomore. Saw him play a couple times last year on the JV team, or as they call it, junior high team here in Arkansas.
And you were speaking of the 1-3-1 zone, and as a shot put up here, good.
Shot by Winberry, knocks it down.
And speaking back to the 1-3-1 zone, typically when you go out of man-to-man into a zone defense, you want to get out of those man-to-man matchups if you're at a mismatch and you go to a zone to get out of that. But the 1-3-1 has a lot of the man-to-man tendencies in it, and a lot of it's matched up, and you don't give a lot of outside shots against the 1-3-1. But the vulnerability, as you mentioned before, the guy that's got to move is the guy on the back because he covers the corners.
Hawley inside, can't get it to go. Stevens with the rebound. Kirkland with a shot just a while ago, couldn't get it to go, and Marmaduke brings it down and couldn't get their shot to go. Horton on the wing. Kicks it out to Stevens. Whoop, we got a walk. We got a
looked like an illegal screen.
Yeah.
Out on the top of the key.
And that was on Weber, his first, team's first of the second half. Winberry comes out for Marmaduke. Donnell in for him. 6 minutes left in this third quarter. Glad that you joined us on Channel 21, YHC, your hometown channel for high school sports. Hawley working against Horton, goes in, can't get it to go. Boy, he's had a bunch of those tonight. Very close to going. If he'd have got half those down, Marmaduke would have been up. Blackshear in the corner for three. Will not go. Stevens fights for the rebound, puts it up, scores it, go the line to try to convert on that three-point play. Brandon Stevens trying to keep that three-point streak alive. Donnell checks out for Marmaduke. Back in is Winberry. 5:39 left in this third quarter. Been a very fast game as far as time goes. Stevens can't get it to go. Rebound by Reagans. He kicks the ball over to Hawley. Reagan's going to drive the lane. He's going to put it up. Will not go, but he'll go line to shoot two. Casey Reagans. Wade Williams just stopped by, the principal here, and wanted me to write down when this game was going to replayed. So, Tyler, I put the pressure on you, noon and 6:30 tomorrow night. Shaking his head, yes. Reagans knocks the first one down. He now has 5 in the game. I didn't catch who the foul was on there. Second one will not go. Stevens with the rebound. 5 minutes left in this third quarter. Stevens with the ball. Gets it to Kirkland, who tried to hit Weber with it. Cross-court pass taken away that time by Winberry. Hawley will set the offense. Marmaduke needs a basket. They're down by 6. Hawley at the top of the key. Gets it to Reagans. Oh, nice pass inside to Winberry. He scores it. He'll go the line to try to convert on the three-point play. Winberry now with 4 in the quarter. And that's the 4 points he has in the game. 4:34 left. Winberry can cut this lead to 3. Stevens checks out. Coming in for him is Zachary Gilby. Gets the roll. That's the closest that Marmaduke's been in quite some time, Tyler.
Yeah, they've made a nice run here, staying aggressive to the basket. That's what they've done all game, as we mentioned before. So we get this foul here. And I believe that was an offensive foul.
Yeah.
Or was it? No, I guess not.
No, foul was on McDowell, number 15. His first, team's second of the half.
As I mentioned before, Marmaduke's gotten some good looks, and now they're starting to convert on them more frequently, and they've gotten back in this game real quick.
Gilby underneath, puts it up, scores it. Zachary Gilby, his first basket. 5-point lead again by the Cougars. Hawley out front. Gets it over to Reagans. To Hawley. McDowell puts up a jumper, scores it. Hey, McDowell feels it right now.
Well, McDowell's a real quick guard from the perimeter. He gets to the paint fairly easy, and you can tell that he's starting to become a lot more confident in his jump shot, and he pulled up right on a dime and hit that jump shot.
Kirkland underneath drives, takes 2 guys with him. He goes up for the shot. They were both hanging on to him. Foul that time on Winberry, his second. Kirkland has 4 in the game. That came early in the game, and he's had very few touches since. defense that Marmaduke has put on him has really helped. He knocks the first one down. Donnell checks back in for Marmaduke. Going out is Van Gilder. Next one will not go. Hawley with the rebound. McDowell with the ball. Gets it to Reagans. He's looking inside. Gets it inside. Oh, what a nice shot put up by Derek Donnell. Shielded that body and put the ball off the board. Marmaduke now within 2 at 3:10 left in this first quarter, or third quarter. Weber inside to Kirkland. He gets it to Gilby. Good ball movement that time by Rector. Horton out front with it. Well, they're looking in for Kirkland. We're going to have a foul. Foul's going to go against number 5, and that's going to be, it's going to go against Kirkland. Kirkland's first. 2:53 left in this third quarter. Marmaduke within a basket. They can tie or take the lead, Tyler.
Yeah, they've made a good run here, and defensively they've done what they needed to do to hold down Kirkland and actually get out on the three-point shooters as well. And they had a chance to tie this game and turn it over, but still yet, Marmaduke making a good run here early in the third quarter.
Hawley that time called for steps. Boy, this is just what we thought we'd have. We thought we'd have a very close game. Rector has led the entire game. Gilby has it, gets it to Kirkland. Kirkland way out, throws underneath the Weber, tipped around, taken away by the Cougars. Good defense there by Marmaduke. I say the Cougars, the Greyhounds. I get these Cougars and Greyhounds mixed up. Woodbury with a shot, will not go. Ball rebounded and shot blocked that time as Donnell went up with it. Foul's going to go against Donnell, his second. Team's fourth. Kirkland out for Rector. Hager checks in for him. Horton, the playmaker for the Cougars. Gets it to Weber. Weber has it go off his foot. Everybody racing at the ball, still loose. Saved that time by Hager, but it threw it out of bounds. Ball will go to Marmaduke. Shelton checking in for Gilby for Rector. Reagans will inbound for the Cougars. Again, the Cougars have a chance to tie or take the lead.
Greyhounds.
Greyhounds. I'll just call Marmaduke and Rector. How's that? Marmaduke with the ball. Reagans has it. Kicked out of bounds, or tipped out of bounds that time by Rector. Marmaduke will inbound under their own basket. Reagans will inbound. Gets the ball to McDonald. Good ball movement. Set up for three. It's Reagans. He puts it in. That's the first lead for Marmaduke with 1:35 left in the third quarter. First lead, our first lead change. Foul's going to go against Casey Reagans as he was trying to take the ball away.
That was a nice effort, though. He had the Rector ball handler, I can't remember which one it was now, had his back turned, and he was in good position to pick his pocket, but looked like he just grabbed a little piece of arm there.
Clark checks in for Reagans for Marmaduke. Horton with the ball with 1:15 to go in this third quarter. Fans are starting to get into it now. The game is really heated up, getting close. Shelton on the wing, gets it to Hager. Hager, the lefty, kicks it over to Blacksher. Blacksher out front to Horton. We're down to 55 seconds left in this third quarter. Horton gets it to Shelton. We've got a foul. Foul is going to go against Daniel Blackshear of Rector, his third, with 44 seconds to go. Each team now with 5 fouls in this half. Hawley with the ball. He's going to give it up to McDowell. Donnell gets fouled. Foul's going to go against Cody Hager, his first, team 6. Next foul by Rector will put Marmaduke to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. And neither team has been in that position the whole game. Ball taken away on a bad pass that time as Weber comes away. He's in transition. He's going to drive the length of the floor, puts it up, it's short, and we're going to have a charge against Weber. Weber's second foul with 20.7 seconds left in the third quarter. This game has really changed, Tyler.
It really has. It's starting to get more up and down now, but Marmaduke's hanging in, and Rector, we're seeing a different team out of them this half. They're not getting the looks that they've got in the first half.
Hawley with the ball. 8 seconds, puts up a jumper, will not go. He hustles after his rebound. Blackshear comes away with it, goes coast to coast. Can't get it to go at the horn to end the third quarter. It's Marmaduke 32, Rector 31. We'll take a short break and be right back.
Hey, I'm Kurt Hillis at Lincoln Lacey Chevrolet. We've got a full line of GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick products. I'll pass it over to my Ford man, Charlie Thacker.
GM's not your thing? Come check us out here at the Ford Dodge Jeep store. Check out my man Blake on the internet, LincolnLacey.com.
If you don't have time to come down to Malden, check us out on Cars.com or AutoTrader.com, and if you need financing, I'm going to pass it to my man Robert Sanders. And our ultimate goal here at Lincoln Lacey, no matter your situation, is to pass the savings on to you.
First Midwest Bank of Dexter is proud to welcome Chris Geatley as Assistant Vice President and Loan Officer. Chris graduated from Dexter in 2005 and just completed his MBA in Finance. He and his new wife Maddie are making Dexter their home. Please stop by the bank and let Jack, Ken, Donna, Mark, or Chris assist you with your next loan request. First Midwest Bank is a proud sponsor of the Dexter Bearcats. First Midwest Bank is a member of FDIC and an equal housing lender.
I'm telling you folks, you better get your seatbelts on. It's going to be a barn burner as Marmaduke has fought back by as down as many as 9 in the first quarter or first half to finally taking the lead for the first time in this third quarter with 1:35 left in that third quarter, got their first lead. Hawley with the ball for Marmaduke. He pulls it back. Rector staying in that man-to-man defense. Clark has it on the wing. He gets it to Reagans. Reagans to Hawley. Hawley looks around, gets it to Clark. Clark to Reagans. To Clark. Clark's driving in. Skips the ball to Winberry. Winberry to Donald. Out to Hawley. Good defense by Rector. Hawley will back it out. Reagans has it on the wing. Gets it to Clark. He backs it out. Hawley now on the wing. Gets it to Donnell. Reagans has it. Skips it to Clark. Clark to Hawley. Trying to shake someone loose underneath, Tyler.
Well, they're staying patient. They're not getting ahead of themselves. They're not going to turn it over. They're just going to take their time, get a good look, and wait for Rector to give them an opening.
We've got a pushing foul. Foul is going to go against Stevens. It's going to be his fourth. Brandon Stevens with 4 fouls to line to shoot a 1-and-1. Our first 1-and-1 of the night will be William Winberry. Winberry is a 6'1" sophomore. Gets the bonus. 6:46 left in this game. Can't get the second one to go. Kirkland back in for our Rector. Gets the rebound, gives it over to Horton. Kirkland inside, puts up a shot, would not go. Winberry has the ball tipped over here out of his hands, but off his hands. Out of bounds will stay with Rector with 6:31 left in this contest. Weber will inbound. Gets it out front to Blacksher, to Stevens. Weber drives the baseline, and we've got a push foul against Winberry. It's going to be his third, team sixth. Next foul will send Rector to the line for a 1-and-1. Weber inbounds, gets it to Stevens. Stevens puts up a three, will not go. Rebounded by Hawley as he had good position on Kirkland that time.
That's one thing Marmaduke's done very well as well. They've kept Kirkland from getting easy rebounds and potential putbacks there in the paint. They've really done a good job in that regard as well.
Hawley with the drive that time, and it was blocked, but he's going to be called for a foul, or somebody's going to be called for a foul on the floor. So he'll go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Foul is going to go against Kirk Horton, his first. Hawley has not scored in this half. He had 8 in the first half. He has 9 now. He gets the bonus. 6:08 left in this contest. It's been a dandy. We've enjoyed it. Second one, in and out. Blacksher got the rebound on the floor, gets it to Horton. We're down to 6 minutes. Rector needs a basket. They trail by 3. Weber in the corner. Skips it all the way over to Blacksher. He drives in, puts it up, scores it. Daniel Blacksher with his 7th point of the night. Brings Rector back within 1. 5:40 left in regulation. McDowell out front. He'll work against Blacksher. Reagan's on the wing. Gets it to Hawley. Hawley gets it to Winberry. Puts it up, scores it. Daniel Winberry.
That was a tough shot, too. Had a head right in his face and nailed it.
Winberry with 3 1/4, 8 in the game. Marmaduke back up by 3. Nice inlet pass to Stevens. Uses the glass, scores it. Stevens with his first 2 of the quarter. He has 16 in the game with 5 minutes to go. Marmaduke leads by 1.
I think we're going to see Rector, as you see there, move the ball, get it down low. As you saw, a nice move there. Get it down to Kirkland as well, and just try to pound the paint and draw the foul, get to the line, because they've got a size advantage on Marmaduke, and they haven't got the good outside looks here in the second half, so I think they're starting to look more towards the paint, and it's paying off just as it did on that last series.
Hawley on the wing. Gets it to McDowell. He drives in the lane. Kicks it back out to Hawley with 4:15 left to go in this game. Winberry inside, kicks it out to Hawley. He drives in, puts up a shot. It's partially blocked, and it's out of bounds off of Rector. It will stay with Marmaduke. Hawley went in, the ball was partially blocked. I think he's got a good-looking jump shot, doesn't he? Elevates
he really
well.
does. And we've seen Hawley work without the ball more tonight. It's they're having a hard time scoring this year, as we see here. It's a low-scoring game, so he's been working off the ball and doing very well.
Reagan knocks it down for 3. Marmaduke with their biggest lead. They're up by 4 with 3:55 to go in this contest. Rector needing a basket inside to Kirkland. He puts it up. Will not go. Rebounded by Winberry. Big rebound. We're sitting high top, looking down on the floor, and we're right behind the Marmaduke fans, and they're excited. They're up by 4. I don't think they thought they'd see this the way the game started, Tyler.
Well, they've built the momentum. Marmaduke has. They were down, and they're just chipped away, and they've got a decent lead here of 4 points, and they've been patient the whole game. As you see here, they're going to try to
Weber's going to be called for the foul.
I was going to say, draw a foul. And
Marmaduke's in the double bonus. So they're, from here on out, they'll be shooting 2 free throws every time they go to the line. Hawley is 3 for 4 from the line. He has 9 points with 3:04 left in this contest. He gets the first one to go. Hardly had any fouls at first half. Second half been all fouls. Second one will not go. Nobody has knocked down their second free throw tonight, Tyler. If they've had the 1-and-1, they hit the first, they missed the second. If they've had 2, they hit the first, missed the second. Ball out of bounds off of Rector as we got timeout on the floor. We're going to go take it back to the station. We'll be right back.
Complete customer satisfaction is our #1 goal at Allen Christian in Dexter.
With Alan, Terry, Bruce, and our experienced sales staff, we make your buying experience simple.
We can get you the right vehicle, new or pre-owned, at the right price. No gimmicks, guaranteed.
Our selection of Buick and GMCs is second to none. Take a look at our inventory online, or better yet, in person.
Plus, after the sale, we'll take care of all your service needs.
You'll like the way we do business at Allen Christian in Dexter.
Well, Tyler, it's Marmaduke's got its biggest lead of the game.
Yeah, they've really built the momentum here in the second half. Rector just having a hard time getting good looks offensively. We've seen the past few series of getting it down to Kirkland and also Stevens down low, but it's Marmaduke's just swarming them, but Rector getting an easy turnover right here.
Horton takes the ball away, gives it back to Blackshear for 3, will not go. Gilby with the rebound. We're going to have a foul. Foul will go against Marmaduke. Will go against Derek Donnell. His third. To the line to shoot a 1-and-1 will be Dylan Shelton. Shelton is Zachary Gilby. He has scored 2 tonight. His first free throw attempt. Rector needs these. They trail by 5. Can't get it to go. Hawley with the rebound. Into the lane. Coast to coast. Scores it. Morgan Hawley with a nice left-handed layup. Biggest lead for Marmaduke. They're up by 7 with 2:20 left to go. Horton inside. He's going to be fouled on the floor. He'll go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Well, these free throws are going to be huge coming down the stretch. Points are hard to come by here in the last quarter, and stepping up to the line and knocking free throws down for either team could make or break each team coming down here at the end.
Horton's first free throw will not go. We've got a lane violation. We'll shoot a 1-and-1 over again. Dylan Shelton checks in for Rector. Going out is Tyler Kirkland. Horton scores the first. He'll get the bonus. Costly lane violation.
Yes, it is. You potentially get the ball, and rather he's going to get 2 shots and potentially bring it within 5 right here. And he does.
2:15 to go. 2-2-1 zone press by Rector. And boy, Hawley splits it and then loses the handle on it. Pushed it up too far. Rector with the ball. They lose it. Reagan's going to go coast to coast. Puts it up, will not score. We've got an intentional foul against Rector. Foul's going to go against Blackshear, I believe. It is. It's his 4th. Now to the line to shoot 2 will be Casey Reagans. He is 1 for 2 from the line. He has 11 points tonight. First one is short. Marmaduke will maintain possession of the ball on the intentional foul. Second one up, scores it. Six-point lead with 2:02 to go. Ball inbound to Hawley. Ball taken away by Gilby. He goes in, puts it up, scores it. Big takeaway and a timeout with 1:51 to go. And a 4-point lead. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jason.
Well, folks, you've seen a dandy here tonight, just as we have been able to bring it to you. Always, when these two teams get together, you can throw the records out, everything else. Everybody's friends, and I'm telling you, for 32 minutes, they get after it. And I always enjoy Marmaduke and Rector. It's almost like Bernie Dexter.
Yeah, you cross the border over here. The Marmaduke and Rector, two small schools that match up equally, it seems like, every year. And another dandy here tonight here at Rector.
Well, we've enjoyed it. We want to thank all of our sponsors. If you've enjoyed it, tell them how much you appreciate them. We're going to have a reaching foul against Zachary Gilby. It's going to be his first. The line to shoot two will be Casey Reagans. Reagans is 2 for 4 from the line. He has 12 points tonight. He's a 6-foot sophomore. Kirkland and Weber will be checking back in, the two big guys for Rector. Reagans knocks the first one down. Still a two-possession game with 1:47 to go in this contest. This has been fun, Tyler.
It really has.
Second one knocks it down. It's the first time we've had somebody hit two like that. Clark's going to check in for Reagans for Marmaduke. I tell you, this game has helped Tyler. He's sounding better right now. That's what you needed, was a good hot game.
Yeah.
We've got timeout on the floor with 1:45. We'll take it back to hear a word from our sponsors.
I'm Danny Ford, owner of Glen Sane. We realize the best advertising we have is when our customers tell us about their buying experience at Glen Sane, with price and service.
We have an outstanding service and parts department that I think you'll be very, very proud of. Every day we come to work and look forward to selling our next GMC truck and have been doing so ever since my late grandfather, Glen Sane, started the business in 1954.
We invite you to come and see us and see why so many are buying from us. And God bless our troops.
Well, we're back with you with 1:45 left in this contest. Marmaduke on top of Rector by 6. Rector has the ball. Two-possession game. Plenty of time. I mean, they don't need to go down and hold it, but they've got the two big guys back in, Weber and also Kirkland. Let's see if they go inside to them to try to get a close shot and a foul. Try to make a three-pointer out of it. Let's see what they've drawn up. You got Stevens in, a three-point shooter. You got Kirkland in, he can shoot the ball. Blacksher likes to shoot from the outside. So let's see what happens. Weber will inbound. Marmaduke's going to stay man-to-man. They get it to Blacksher. He gets it to Horton. To Stevens, down in the corner to Weber. Back to Horton. Down in the corner to Stevens for three. They set the pick. It will not go. Clark has it for Marmaduke. To Winberry, we're going to have a foul. Foul will go against Stevens. That's the fourth foul on Brandon Stevens. The line to shoot two will be William Winberry. Cannot get the first one to go. He has 8 tonight. It's 2 for 4 from the line now. Second one will not go. Kirkland with the rebound. Horton with the ball. Still a 6-point lead by Marmaduke. Horton looks like he's going to do something. He gets it to Stevens. Stevens puts up a three. Will not go. Stevens bats the ball around, but he's going to be called for a foul. It's going to be his 5th foul. He'll foul out tonight. Stevens leads the game with 16 points. Shelton and Gilby. Shelton's checking in for Stevens. Stevens had a good look at it, Tyler. He just couldn't get it down.
Yeah, it really did. And those shots are not falling as well as it did in the first half for Rector.
Clark puts the first shot up, will not go. He'll get the second one. A minute 12 left of this game. Clark can make it a 3-possession game if he knocks this free throw down. Will not go. Weber with the rebound. Gets it to Horton. Rector needs to get down and get a basket. Horton drives, gets it to Blackshear for three, but scores it. They got timeout on the floor with 1:02 to go. Rector back within 3. We'll be right back.
Okay, you're hooked up and ready to go.
New Wave knows you're excited about sports, so now's a great time to get connected with the Triple Play Package. Crystal clear TV, high-speed internet, and telephone for only $99.99 a month for 12 months. With New Wave Communications, you've got game.
Well, Tyler, it doesn't get any better than this.
Yeah, it's a great game coming down to the very end, just with a minute 2 remaining. And we're seeing Rector getting some good looks. A three-pointer to go just momentarily. But Marmaduke, they got to look to be getting fouled here, or possibly getting fouled, or getting pressured by the Rector Cougars. They've got to hit some free throws. They've missed 4 straight. They could be looking very good, but they've got to hit their free throws coming down to the end.
Foul going to be called on Blackshear that time. Daniel Blackshear is going to foul out of this game. He's going to lead with 6 points, both of them three-pointers, as that last one he hit was a big three-pointer for him. Checking in for him will be Zachary Gilby. To the line to shoot 2 will be Morgan Hawley. Hawley knocks the first one down.
I think this is who Marmaduke wants at the line. Hawley's been around for a couple years at the varsity level, at the senior level, and he just stepped right into that one.
He's 7 for 8 from the line tonight. I'd say that's who I'd want.
Sure.
5-point lead now by Marmaduke. Horton with the ball. Drives in, puts up a shot. Will not go, but he'll go line to shoot 2 with 47.7 seconds left of this contest. Kirk Horton was 9 in this game, and he's 3 for 3 from the line. Can't get the first one to go. Rector needs his free throw. Can't get the second one to go. Rebound by Hawley. Tell you, Hawley has played big for 6'1" guy. He has really done well defensively on the boards and offensively. We got a foul on the floor, and guess who's going back to the line?
And you speak of Hawley being 6'1", and he pretty much has to play big. He's about one of the biggest kids they have standing at 6'1", so.
Gets the first one to go. Clark checks in for Reagan for Marmaduke with 40.6 seconds left of this contest. Second one up. Gets the roll. 9 for 10 from the line, Tyler. Horton kicks it out to Shelton for 3. Will not go. Kirkland with the rebound. Inside. Puts it up. Will not go. Hawley with another rebound. Gosh, he's had a double-double, we know. They foul Hawley. He wasn't going to give it up. Guarantee you.
The percentage he has tonight, you definitely want to keep it in his hands.
Yeah, if you're wanting a teddy bear from the fair or the carnival, you want Hawley at the line shooting for you.
That's a good one. Haven't heard that one before. That's a good one.
Well, you know the old basketball shooting deal at the carnival. Instead of a 10-foot goal, it's about 11 foot high. And the rims are about, instead of 18 inches, they're about 13. So,
right.
Second one gets it down. We got timeout on the floor with 25.3 seconds. Marmaduke up by their biggest lead. They're up by 9. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Tyler Wagner of YHC TV, and I invite you to join us for the Sports Roundtable, Saturday mornings live at 10 a.m. for the first local sports show of its kind in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas. The show will include appearances from local athletes, coaches, administrators, sports writers, and many other sports commentators. Check us out on Channel 21 of New Wave Communications Cable or live on the web at yhctv.com. See you then.
Hawley's 11 for 12 from the line tonight, and in this quarter alone, he's 9 for 10. Great free throw shooting by the junior. Horton will bring it down. Rector needs a bunch of baskets quick. He drives inside, puts up a jumper, will not go. Rebound that time by Winberry, and he's going to be fouled. Winberry go to the line to shoot 2. Foul that time called on Zachary Gilby, his second. Winberry tonight has 8 points. He's 1 for 4 from the line. Knocks that one down. Biggest lead by either team, 10 points. Second one good. Horton with the ball. Puts up a jumper from 15. Will not go. Tipped around. Will not go. Rebounded by Hawley. Ball on the floor, and foul's going to go against Rector. Hawley's going to go back line. He's already sprinting down to get in position. He's ready to shoot. Foul will go against Kirkland, his second. 2.3 seconds left in this contest. Hawley's short on that shot. May have to ice his arm down shooting all these free throws after the game tonight. Next one bounces in. Horton puts up a runner at the horn, will not go, and that's going to end the game as the Greyhounds come from behind and take a 54-42 win over the Rector Cougars. We're going to take a real quick break, and we'll be back with your final stats in just a moment. Well, Tyler, good ball game. Right there at the first of the game, you know, Rector goes up by as many as 7, 8 points, and I'm thinking, wow, they're going to just take it right on. They had Rector had a lead a half, or at the first quarter, 13-6 up at a half by 5. They were up 24-19. They scored 18 points the last half. On the other hand, Rector had 6 in the first quarter, 15 in the second. Then they go with 13 in the third and end up with 22 in the fourth. Both those free throws because Rector had to foul to try to get the ball back.
Yep, I said that at the end of the game the free throws were going to be a big deal, and they end up being a big deal. Marmaduke missing a few there at the end, but about the last 4, 5, 6 attempts they hit to keep the cushion against Rector. And Rector, well, I tell you, they really had a lot of good looks in that first half, looked very good. But Marmaduke started coming out on those shooters, didn't get those open looks from 3. Rector couldn't in the second half. And, well, I tell you, when they got the ball down to Stevens and Kirkland, they just swarmed them, didn't give them easy looks underneath. And they really had a hard go of it underneath as well and couldn't get the open looks that they were wanting. And a great showing by Marmaduke. We saw them a few weeks back, probably 4 weeks ago, when they got their season underway, and you can tell a lot of improvement since that game with Bigot.
Yeah. And then, like I said, Steve Ritchie said they'd won 3 of their last 4. Coach Ritchie did, and now they've won 4 out of 5. Greyhounds go to 8-10 on the season. Rector goes to 7-5. And let's go over the scoring very quickly. Leading the scoring for Marmaduke was Morgan Hawley with 20 points, and we had him 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. He was 12 for 14 from the free throw line. So great free throw shooting there. 13 by Casey Reagans, 10 by William Winberry, 7 by Zachary McDowell, 2 by Derek Donnell, and 2 by Dylan Van Gilder. 19 for 28 from the free throw line were the Greyhounds. Now again, those free throws, there were a bunch of free throws shot in that last quarter, and there were fouls created by Rector trying to get the ball back. So it wasn't a lopsided fouls. I don't want everybody to go away here when I give the total free throws for Rector. On Rector, their scoring, they were led in scoring by Brandon Stevens with 16 points, 9 to Kirk Horton, 6 to Daniel Blackshire, 4 to Zachary Gilby, 5 to Tyler Kirkland, and 2 to Mitchell Weber. Free throw-wise, 4 for 9 from the free throw line was Rector. Closing comments, Tyler?
Well, as I said before, we've seen Marmaduke play earlier this year, and that's always I always like seeing Marmaduke play once, and then about a month later, 6 weeks later, seeing him again, because Richie does a great job of adjustment. He's one of the best that we show on our channel when it comes to adjustment and the other, adjusting for the teams and also their team going forward. And as you saw tonight, Hawley didn't do a whole lot of ball handling out front as we did see him do against Pickett. He worked away from the ball, got into the paint, and got him a lot of good looks, and it let him get to the foul line more as he was able to get to the paint easier. And so that's an adjustment right there, as you saw, and you're seeing other players starting to step up, being more comfortable in their position, and you can just see an overall improvement. And on Rector's side, this is the first time we've seen them this year, but Matt Mills does a great job with his team as well, and we'll hopefully get to see them down the road as well. And I'm sure that they'll make the adjustments coming down the end of the year as well. They've got the right pieces in place. They've got Kirkland down low. Stevens goes inside and out. Horton and Blackshire shoot the ball very well from the three-point land. They just weren't able to get the looks that they were looking for when it comes to shooting the ball. But they've got some pretty good pieces in place moving forward. And I'm looking forward to the second matchup in Marmaduke later on this year. That's going to be exciting.
It'll be a D-A-N-D-Y dandy.
It sure will.
I guarantee you that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, folks, we've had a barn burner here at Rector tonight. I just want to say one thing. I thought Morgan Hawley really showed me a lot tonight. He played inside well. He got a lot of rebounds, both offensively and defensively. That young man had a double-double tonight. He worked hard. I know he's tired. He got a lot of those points from the free throw line, but I tell you what, when you handle the ball the way he does, you're going to get fouled. You go to the line, you make the best of it, and by knocking him down like he did, you're going to score a lot of points. And that young man is going to be a guy to watch from here on out. He didn't have that type of game at Piggott that we thought he would have. Started off hot, then he got cold. But I tell you what, the young man, he runs a good offense. He's very smart, and he's a good guard. He's one of the guards that if you're going to be playing against him, you'd like to have him on your team.
That's right.
Yep. Mm-hmm. If you're going to choose up, he's one of the first ones you're going to take.
Right.
For Brandon Horton on the camera tonight, Rick DePriest, get well. We want to see you back at another game. For my partner, Tyler Wagner, I'm Bill Hampton. If you're out and about on the roadways, make sure you get those seatbelts on. We know you'll be much safer. And don't forget, live today. Learn from yesterday. Look forward to tomorrow. See you at a ball game in the very near future.